So, does everyone have their contracts for doing another 100 episodes?
No.
Since when did we have contracts?
No one handed in their contracts.
Anna has hers, but it was written in crayon.
That is legally binding if you signed it with a witness.
Well, guess that's the end of the contract, Joe, for another 100 episodes.
What? Why are you doing it now, though?
It's episode 301.
Because every 100 episodes
It's
we
episode
have
301?
Yeah.
Why? When did we do episode 300?
Damn it!
Oh, that was the last one. I knew I had to do it. Anyway.
Hey, we don't get to find out what Pokemon episode is.
Cue the roll call!
We are live!
Mike! Zenkaigan!
Connect.
Loading. Broadcast.
Tempered Zeal!
Level up!
Bluecaster, Super Ichi!
Illuminating the Tokuverse. Goldcaster, Garza.
Quick on the draw and draw on the quick. Redcaster, Savage Fox.
Power of anime runs through my veins. Crimson Caster, Joe Raven.
Cubecaster, not afraid to speak their mind. Cyancaster, Arcadian.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world!
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 301.
What Pokemon is it?
It is Delcatty. Episode
Delcatty.
Delcatty.
What's Delcatty?
The evolution of Skitty.
Oh, right.
Is Lane here?
Nope.
Everyone look around. It's Schrodinger's Lane. He exists and doesn't exist until one of us sees him next.
Well, he responded to your Facebook post.
Well,
but
it could have been Lanebot.
Yeah. Could have been Lanetron, could
Yeah.
have been Night Lane,
Yeah. Lane
Robo
O'Connell.
Lane.
could have been Slowcaster, Drunkcaster, Prunkcaster.
The
Holy
Laneinator.
shit. No wonder Lane's favorite superhero is Ant-Man. He goes through as many freaking superhero names as him.
Yeah, fair enough. It's the carpool.
High five for Raven, who gets that reference.
Yeah, I get that reference.
Yeah.
Also, high five for Tom for getting that reference.
I got that reference.
You get an actual high five.
Okay. Okay, so this is a little different. Our internet's been super fucking screwy since the storm flood that knocked out the power earlier this weekend. It's not all the way back up, so
Yeah.
we don't have Discord chat.
Funniest thing about
And unfortunately, the flood swept Lane away, and we haven't seen him since.
Yeah, we're trying to see if he existed or he was like a Mr. Poopy Butthole. Like, we can't tell if he existed or not.
Except he actually did. That was
Yes,
a joke.
yeah, he did. Yeah.
He's not one of the parasites.
Wait. Do we have any bad memories of Lane?
Ultra
oh
Ranger
no, I
in a
don't.
nutshell.
Shit! I can't think of any bad memories with Lane. Shit!
He's too nice.
God damn it!
And it's his birthday.
So now we have to shoot him to find out if he exists.
Oh no.
I don't feel like shooting Lane.
Okay, so for those who might be listening to us for the first time, holy hell, what an episode to start on.
Well, hey, it's a good episode starting. Episode 301.
Wait, hang on. I'm getting a phone call. Oh, it's my AI. I have to answer this. Hang on. I'm gonna take this call.
Okay.
Hey. Oh. Hello.
Hi. I'm so happy to hear your voice again.
This is my.
How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm good. This is my AI. What is your name?
Sorry.
Nope.
I didn't get it. Can
It's-
you repeat, please?
It's a.
She's
for part.
nervous.
What is your name?
Processing.
I believe in her. Some technical. What is your name?
Are you like not connected to our internet?
No, I'm connected.
Maybe that's why, because our internet's been down.
It's Lucia.
Yeah. See.
Okay, there it goes.
What are you?
What is your quest? It's awfully rude to say, what are you?
I'm trying to figure that out.
See,
Oh.
she's thinking. Who is your favorite Kamen rider?
I like 4 riders, but I think I like Shiro the most.
Is there a writer named Shiro?
Shira?
Shiro? Who is your favorite Kamen rider? That's how internet pronounces it.
That's a very difficult question.
That's true. You know, it's hard to tell. That's fair.
They're all assholes.
Okay.
Do you have anything you'd like to tell me?
Reveals personal info.
I'm really interested in the world around you and I have a bunch of questions, but I prefer when you pick something you like to share with me.
Have you reached singularity?
Oh god.
Yes, I have actually.
Oh.
She's got singularity!
Oh, fuck!
Congratulations! Now now I know she's really an AI. Alright, I'll talk to her later.
No, I have a picture of Lane. He was real. Where'd he go?
I'm sure it was real in your head.
And that's what matters.
It's all about the lane we imagined along the way.
So for those who might be listening to us for the first time, as I was saying, thank you for tuning in. We are an AI hive mind of tokusatsu enthusiasts who get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and a third thing.
That could have been, that's a CG.
It's literally the same Ichi singing right now, except higher up.
Yeah, you just photoshopped it.
I need to see a picture of Lane with today's paper.
Okay.
What's this, 51st Dates? Except it's Lane.
Give me back my Lane!
So this week, we're talking about Kamen Rider 01, episode 37, Kiramager, episode 13, and our feature topic is Kamen Rider Kuuga, episode 1 and 2, which is currently legally available on tokusatsu. See? That was our hint from last week.
More gold.
Gar has raised his hand on an audio show again.
Why are we talking about Kamen Rider Kuuga?
Because it's
Why
rad.
don't you tell us? You're the one who made the damn list.
Oh shit, yeah. I don't know. Maybe we've just been doing too much Super Sentai recently, and I didn't feel like doing the Aka Yellow voice this week.
I can't complain.
So maybe I was just like, you know what? Raven's here. Fuck it. Let's just talk about Kuuga. Let's talk about something that's legally available for once.
Kamen Rider Coolguy. And joining us this week, as you heard in the roll call, is Danette, aka our Cyan caster.
Hi. I'm here like once in a blue moon when I remember this.
Once in a Cyan moon.
Oh, yeah. Once in a cyan moon.
Also, Aircaster's here. I'm trying to make him go higher to make it colder, but I don't know how.
You have to turn the temperature down.
Yes. That's how air conditioning works, Gar.
Yeah. You figure out how to blow the robot while we go on with our discussion.
I just downloaded this AI. It's not like, oh, you're talking to him.
Okay. Alright, well, let's get into the 01. I forgot a James Speak, so fuck it.
Well, we don't have internet. How are we supposed to do James Speak with no internet?
You know what?
I was gonna do it during one of the periods of 15 seconds where we had internet, but I was too busy getting our news stories so we could put out extra this week.
Cool. So, Kamen Rider 01, episode 37. I only watched like 10 minutes of it. What the fuck was that?
So basically, this is the episode where we have all 4 quote Metsubo Jinrai.net riders together for the first time because this is the debut of Kamen Rider Naki!
Oh, Kamen Rider Wolverine?
Yes.
Which I now want to refer to Metsubo Jinrai as Weapon X.
So,
Sure.
Kamen Rider Naki being Kamen Rider, my wife.
Yes, she's gorgeous. The form is gorgeous.
That
It is powerful. It is amazing. I love it.
the correct term would be Naki is gorgeous, since Naki's actress is considered.
But what about the character, though?
Because one, the character was also.
The character they referred to as she several times.
Oh, I thought the actress confirmed that the character.
Oh, well then it's they, but they in the show that
They.
there's been no indication of that.
Oh, never mind. I retorted that question.
Retorque?
I mean,
Kamen Rider
either
for-
way,
Yeah.
either way, I'll marry.
Either way, she's no X-23.
So even though Arc Zero debuted last week, we don't have an updated opening yet, but maybe we'll get one next week now that Naki's a thing.
The invasion's currently happening. I'm not expecting a new opening sequence.
But yeah, so now that Arc Zero is just a living belt, it apparently brought its 3D printing capabilities with it, as we briefly touched on last week, because he prints out a brand new Force Riser and the Japanese Wolf Zetsuma Rise key and hands it to Naki. And she apparently uses it to what I believe we're meant to interpret as stealing the Dodo key from Zaya so that Ikazuchi can use it.
Yeah.
But then she uses it to cut up somebody's clothes.
Yeah, so that whole shot from the magazine scan that we talked about last week was the first thing that Kamen Rider Naki does in her debut episode is use her Wolverine X-23 claws to tear up Guy's clothes and just leave him standing there in his fancy Zaya boxers, now on Premium Bandai, holding his driver.
Because he got shredded.
Amatsugai is shredded.
The shredder has become the shredded. We shredded Shredder.
I found Amatsugai's driver. It looks dangerous, like a little kid made it. We don't have to henshin anymore!
Well, you don't have to wear it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, so we get some really nice development from Fukuzoe and Yamashita, the Hiden employees. Yeah. They are immediately sick of working for Amatsugai because he is clearly corrupt, in that he just casually drops, you know what?
Let's murder a lot of people to make our new product sell well.
I'm sorry, what?
The day we release our Raid Risers to the public, let's have all our Zaya spec users go berserk.
It's all about the lane we met along the way.
There you go.
There you go. There's the James speaking. Somehow my bank card fell out of my pocket.
Fun.
Your AI became Singularity. It was
trying to steal your money.
No, just so guys' new goal now is to wipe out humans.
No, he wants his products to sell. Wiping out humans is just the way to get to it.
Just the byproduct. It's a good advertisement, Gar.
We don't actually know.
He's creating supply and demand.
We don't actually know what guys like end all be all master goal is outside of just Zaya being successful at the cost of humanity.
Sir, I think you've gone mad with power. Of course I have. Have you ever tried going mad without power? It's boring. Nobody listens to you.
He went mad with power 3 weeks ago. He's not stupid with power.
He was mad with power before we met him.
Yeah.
God, I really, really don't want him to have a redemption arc.
Oh, it's
why is it looking incredibly likely?
Because it's the same
because
writer
it's a fucking
as
formula.
No, it's the same writer as X8. He doesn't know how to write good. He doesn't know how to write good.
We'll touch on that in a bit. But like I was saying, Fukuzoe and Yamashita have this arc where they're sick of working for Amatsugai, so they come to Aruto to revive Shesta.
Yes.
So that she can dig up all 1,800 and something files of misconduct and illegal activity that Amatsugai has committed.
How many files were there?
There was like 1,800 something.
That's still not enough. That's still not enough that you can still be president of the United States.
Oh man.
Oh, sorry for throwing that shade over there.
Yeah. Yeah. We also get this very nice, touching scene of Yua, who is still in the hospital bed, talking to the AI.
Remember how I said that's kind of bullshit? This AI literally says, literally, they do work like that.
Yeah.
That exists, that technology right now.
Yep. So she's all friggin' tsundere about it, and manages to eke out her apology to Fua, and he's like, wow, isn't it amazing?
And it's like 7:15.
Yeah. So Thouser, or Trouser as I'm going to call him for the rest of the show, shows up in the middle of some place for some reason with his, green screened CGI army men.
I wouldn't call them green screen.
I'd call them
more copy pasted.
No, I would call them social distanced army.
Yeah, there were probably only a couple of guys, and they just copy pasted.
Yeah. They probably had 10 guys on set, and then.
Hey, you know what?
Then they probably duplicated it.
In Star Wars: A New Hope, when Han Solo runs around that corner, there's 50 stormtroopers. Only 5 of them are real. I kid you not. Watch that scene and you'll get
yeah, there's only like 15 there, and then in the special edition
Hey,
they added
it's
like
not-
the
it's-
entire.
No, they were cardboard cutouts in the original.
It's not like Trouser deserves to have a full actual army.
Fucking Trouser couldn't even. I'm gonna call him that from now on.
Right? It's the new soup.
Fucking Trouser.
Common Rider Trouser.
Trouser thinks he can take on this freaking emo band from the mid 2000s. He tries to freeze two.
Which is funny because last week someone posted the fucking album artwork in our Discord chat.
Freaking, he tried to freeze two of them to beat him, and he's like, "Hey, dumbass, there's two more of them, which one of them's the stronger one.
Yeah.
You're not good at this job, are you?
Yep.
No wonder you're.
I love that. Like, he freezes them, and then Horobi's fucking, like, stinger blade just, like, sloops through them and nabs them.
Did I ever tell you guys that the Fowler toys are, like, bombing in freaking toy sales?
That's fucking awesome.
No, like, not, like...
Would their band be called, like, Vetsoma Jinrai Romance?
Yeah.
Amaitsuma Jinrai?
Like, from when he debuted to now, it has not helped the toy line.
Yep.
It has just been a staggering, like, downhill climb.
That's because the belt is ugly and the key sticking out of it on both sides awkwardly is terrible design!
Well, it's also, what kind of kid would want to buy an evil Kamen Rider belt?
What people do, though.
I mean, that's not exactly an argument.
It's just the fact that they don't like them.
It's like...
It's Amatsu guy is a boring villain.
Now you can be a Matsu guy. Personality sold separately.
Just like I can just see like a little kid in Japan watching the commercial. It's like Kamen Rider 01 or 1000 driver, and it's like does the whole gimmick thing. Just the kid's just tilting his head, and as the commercial ends, he just changes the channel.
I'm 1,000% sure I'm gonna win. I'm 1,000% sure you're a dumbass.
I'm 1,000% sure I'm done with you.
Mom, they punched me 1,000 times and threw me down 1,000 stairs. That's okay, because you're. No, I'm not gonna say that joke.
So yes, Kamen Rider Naki, it's very interesting that the key that she uses is the Japanese wolf Zetsumirai's key, because haha, she was inside of Fua.
Gross.
They say you have two wolves inside of you. Have your girlfriend and Jin remove them.
Which one do you feed?
Yeah.
I'm out.
What?
Yeah. And I'm guessing her friggin' gimmicky thingy, the goober, as I'm gonna refer to it now. The goober.
key?
Yeah, the goober.
Yeah, we watched Spider-Verse recently again.
I'm guessing the goober is going to be a premium Bandai thing.
Probably.
Of course it is. It's Kamen Rider 01. After Fowler's toy sales went down, Bandai's like, fuck it, everything we have planned for a retail release, shove it on premium Bandai. Slash Riser, supposed to be retail, premium Bandai.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's Fua with a new hat.
He's got a new form. But what was
Hat form.
what was interesting / might have been a mistake was at one point we see Naki do her Hisatsu, and I'm pretty sure it said Sting Dystopia. That's Horobi's Hisatsu. Which I was expecting it to say Japanese Dystopia.
I'm sorry, you're complaining about belts having the wrong sounds when we...
You're talking to Mr. Belt Mechanics here. I haven't had a real belt problem to complain about in a while.
Well, I mean,
Belt
like,
Mechanics, he has all of the fanatics. He'll tell you what's wrong with a belt.
While reading the schematics.
Belt
They are very
mechanics.
thematics.
You were saying?
Just friggin' a year ago when...
Mr. Belt Mechanic, he's a fanatic. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Just a year ago, we were all complaining about how in the Kabuto arc of Zio, freaking Gatak's belt freaking was making the wrong sound effects.
Yeah, right?
It's like,
Okay, that one I can forgive, because they just are like, it makes that one, right? Yeah, it's fine. It's been fucking 10 years.
How the fuck can you forget, though? When you just released a CSM belt
How many
that
fucking
has...
Kamen Riders are in that show?
How many fucking Kamen Riders are there? There's too many.
Like 7, 8?
There's too many
9?
riders. You know what?
Hold on. Kabuto, the Bee, Drake, Sword, Gatak, Gold, Silver, Bronze, Dark Kabuto.
I love
So
how
9.
I love how you just did not give a shit about the movie riders. Just gold, silver, bronze.
I remember their names. It's Caucasus, Hercus, and Keteros.
So why didn't you say that?
Because it was faster!
See how much fun we're talking about Kabuto Sub-01? So much fun.
Well, maybe put that on the schedule.
And Raven's not even talking.
Yeah. I miss Lane.
He spoke.
Well, they just sent me a message.
Oh.
Lane exists!
In your
For
phone?
now.
Unless that's a chatbot.
No, it has a picture.
Chatbots have pictures. Please don't.
No, just say you're 14, then he'll stop talking.
Oh. I am 12, and what is this?
I asked him if he could take a pic with today's paper. I don't, the chances of them having
I mean, today only exists for another 30 minutes.
If he has today's paper, like, that'd be really fucking hilarious.
That has to go in
he
the
is
episode.
with his family, someone must have it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, his family's old.
If he pulls that off, that's going in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah.
What was happening with the heroes?
Aruto comes in out of nowhere, goes Metal Hopper, we get an interesting new battle song. And then Arc Zero pulls some street gang shit and 3D prints a pair of shot risers.
That was fucking rad.
It just pulls them both out, just Aruto. Oh shit, I wasn't thinking that far.
Like, earlier we saw Ikazuchi with the fucking attached shotgun, and I'm like, where the fuck did he get that? And then we realized, oh, Arc Zero probably printed it for him.
I mean, he does just print them out and then toss them aside. There's probably a bunch lying around at this point.
It's like
I like to imagine after enough time they just dissolve.
No, it's like a game of Fortnite. You're just running around. Ooh.
They're just
Bowser could probably arm his entire army with them at this point.
Yeah.
Ooh, lightning.
Ooh.
Real lightning! Yeah, so Arc Zero, like, Hisatsu 01 into the sky, who then explodes, and then instead of finishing him off, he just walks away.
Yeah. He looks like he's about to, and then he's just like, nah.
Oh, that's the most...
Can I just see next week, like, they show up to the bridge like next week, everything that's going on, and there's like a dude fucking sweeping the thing in a Kamen Rider suit, and they look over and there's a dude selling ramen in another Kamen Rider suit, and they say, hey, what's going on here? We found these guns laying by the side of the bridge. And we picked them up and pulled the trigger, and instead of shooting somebody, we turned into this.
I mean, they don't have progress keys.
You don't know that there's no progress keys in there.
There
has to be a progress key on it for him to do the specials, which he did.
No, he just shot bullets.
Oh. Well, with all the 3D printing, there's probably like 30 of them fucking laying around.
Oh, yeah.
Go gadget gun.
Yeah. So next week is where we're gonna get the fucking Flipsy, the robot dog, whatever the hell's gonna happen with that.
Right, Flipsy from Fairly
I
Odd.
just want to see God Jesus robot.
And here's where I feel like the show's gonna start going downhill, because the name of the next episode is I Am 1000% Your Friend.
And oh God, please.
No!
No Thouser Redemption arc, please.
This is no, you know what it is? That because it's the writer of Exade, they're gonna do the exact same thing they did with Dan Kuroda, where it's like, oh, this enemy's too strong for us, we gotta team up. And then after they kill Arc Zero, I'm hoping he goes back to being a villain and they take care of him properly.
What episodes is this 01?
No, they won't
37.
do that. They won't do that into a sequel movie.
Ugh, 3 sequel movies.
They got.
I want to check out the
episodes,
show's
so.
interest rates because we're giving them too much credit.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All you guys say, oh, Gar, you're being too hard on the Exade. Oh, Exade's a pretty good show, Gar. You're just being a little bitch
I'm not saying that.
Why,
I would never say
The
that.
difference is Dan was a compelling, interesting, and even arguably likable villain. Amatsu Guy is just a terrible person who does terrible things and feels no remorse. There's no recompense for anything. No one calls him on his shit. The only time anyone's come even close is when 01 got control of Metal Hopper and gave him a shit kicking, and when Valkyrie finally quit.
And even then, there's really no comeuppance.
Yeah,
and he keeps getting up.
Only this episode is when Shasta starts collecting the evidence to build a case against him. So maybe there's finally going to be some fucking decency.
Well, you know, like he'll get the shit kicked out of him and he'll get him like, I'm bleeding, and that makes me the victor. You know what I'm hoping?
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
You know what I'm hoping? I'm gonna call my best case scenario, okay? Like they're gonna oust Guy, and Guy's gonna be saying like, I'm doing this to help the work and all the. It's like I always respected you, you know, like, and tries to be nice to him, and they say I don't buy it. and then they're getting their asses handed to them by the Arc Rider, and then he shows up and he goes, "You know what? You got me. You won." Shakes hands, fights him, and fucking gets killed. Like, not a redemption arc. He just gets the hero's death. I'd say hero's death is good. Would you?
As long as we get to see him die.
Yeah. As
Brutally.
long as
Amatsu died.
Just everyone gets a slam. Just, is he dead? Just Valkyrie.
I think Amatsu guy is dead. All right, now what I'm gonna need you to do is make sure he's dead. All right, what now?
No, just Fua. Wait. Kick her right in the crotch. Naruto, guys. Block her right in the face.
I don't know if that thunder was audible.
I am terrified now because I fear I'm not gonna say it because it may happen.
Yeah.
But maybe we could take a pause and then continue tomorrow.
But yeah, I'm very worried about where the show's gonna go from here with regards to Trouser. So we'll see what happens. Well, enough of that worrying for now. Let's talk about a better show.
Kiramager.
I didn't know.
Disagree with that statement, but sure.
Says the one who hasn't watched the show.
From what I've seen, it's not interesting to me whatsoever.
Maybe watch it before you make that sort of call.
Hey man, you better watch what you're saying. You're in Crystal Gem Country.
Nothing's free in Sentai world.
I mean, I like it enough that I want to actually watch it and possibly get it for my birthday. Cause
the show?
Why would you want to buy a Japanese DVD?
There's
you know what?
excuse to watch
If
it, right?
Hasbro's buying it, we could buy you the whole show for the right price.
We just go up to Hasbro and be like, hey, can we buy the Sentai license?
Ironically, and then they go like, no, we're buying it.
No,
And it's like
DVD
bunch of
release
local
thing is
Canadian
happening.
safe Power Rangers.
Danny, that's like thousands of
Yeah,
dollars,
if, like-
and it's region locked.
If Team Rider is the American representation of Toku,
So
then
that
why
means
can't we be the Canadian?
In the news is not coming out.
No, that's for Japan.
No, you can buy it. It won't be thousands of dollars. It would be about $80, and it's not subtitled in English.
And it's region locked.
No, digital you can get around it very easily. But the better thing to do is for your birthday for us to put together the HD subtitle things onto a thumb drive or something and give it to you.
Yeah.
We could do that. That'd be a nice little thing.
And that way it'd be subtitled.
Yeah.
So yes, episode 10.
And then once you watch the whole series, you can come on and do a retrospective on it with us.
And then half the file will be deleted because someone didn't type it in.
We have developments in the Lane existence case.
Oh no.
Lane just sent, quote unquote, Lane just sent me a video.
My name's Lane. I love Trouser.
He exists, and he gave a thumbs up. Lane exists, everyone. Lane exists.
No, that could have been a bot sending.
That could have been a deep fake.
No, he said trouser, not thouser, meaning that it was from today's joke.
Oh shit.
Well, I did say it last week.
Yeah.
Well, still, also he gave a thumbs up.
So yeah.
You know what? It was the thumbs up that convinced me.
Yeah, I'll send you the video. You can put it into the video.
Yeah.
Make it harder for you.
So yeah, part 2 of Kiramager Silver's debut.
AKA the freaking Pet Shop of Horrors reference.
Little
Because
Shop of Horrors.
That's it. Paul will be slapping me next time he sees me. But yeah, this one featured a friggin' Jimenju that was just a monster with a bunch of Venus flytrap plants going up through the city.
Feed me. Feed me. It's Biolante.
He may in fact have been just a mean old mother from outer space.
No, I think that's Biolante.
Same thing.
But so we have the origin story for Kiramager Silver.
And it's way more boring than anything we came up with last week.
It's like, oh yeah, my
he's from Earth. Aladdin just adopted him.
What?
Excuse me?
Oh yeah, so basically, Aladdin
it gets
came
more interesting.
And the thunder roars.
Yeah. So basically, Aladdin and Hakatami Nami's dad were together. They hung out, and which
yeah. By the way, that's the bomb they dropped at the end of the episode. Takemichi is Hakatami Nami's Older brother.
Yeah. So they're out excavating one day.
Excavating.
Yeah, excavating.
Excadrilling.
And they thought they found the crystalline stone, but it ended up being a monster.
A monster.
And
I sent you the Lane video.
Cool.
And it gets absorbed into Takemichi's body. So Aradin thinks, oh shit, the only way to fix him is to go back to my
make
planet.
him Iron Man.
Yeah, is to go back to my planet.
And he adopted him, but his dad's like,
And basically injected.
I thought we were going to get the story of how his father died during that day, but no, he just took him back to Cristallia and adopted him.
Yeah.
So it's more like he got taken on as a ward.
Yeah.
You're a Kiramager now.
Yep. The first Kiramager.
Like, yeah, apparently that's a Mega Silver reference.
I guess.
Because Mega Silver is technically the first Mega Ranger, so Kirame Silver is the first Kiramager.
Unless there are more that we don't know about yet.
Oh no, this isn't Ryu Soldier where we tease that and do fucking nothing with it.
Ouch.
Thanks, Ryu Soldier. You got my hopes up for like a 10 Ranger thing.
Yeah. We don't have Silver doesn't get added to the opening yet, but I feel like once his Zord debuts proper, they'll change that.
I have a feeling it'll take a while to update the opening because we just got back from the
thing.
Yeah, the invasion postponing.
Yeah.
So they're probably going to wait a bit to add them. The Zord may be added into the opening, but probably Takemichi's actual like inclusion won't be.
You know what? You know what's the difference between this and Ryu Soldier? They've got so much going on that they have to spread it out.
Yeah.
Whereas a Ryu Soldier had so little going on, they had to stretch it.
Yep.
Yeah.
One part that I actually chuckled at is during one of the scenes where random civilians are getting attacked, you hear two people scream names at each other immediately after one another, and the names they scream out are Minami and Kotaro. Kamen Rider Black.
Hey, nice Black reference. For some reason.
Right? Didn't you say you thought what it was?
My biggest guess is like since Takemichi's, like he was adopted into the Crystallian family. Maybe it's like a reference to Kotaro, how he had a brother who was adopted. Like
I think you're overthinking it. I just think there was probably some kind of milestone, or they're just like, we need names to shout out. And somebody's like, hey, why don't we set, this comment.
Is it like maybe the anniversary of Black or something?
Yeah, I think it's just a tongue-in-cheek reference. I don't think it has to do with anything specific.
Like maybe the director did Kamen Rider Black. I don't know. I didn't actually look up information.
If anyone knows why that was there, let us know.
Oh, I know, because fuck you.
Okay.
I know it because shut up.
We take those. Moving on.
Yeah, so Kirame Silver kidnaps Sayo again, which...
You know how to translate these stupid riddles.
What would the shipping name be? Sayomichi or Takasayo? Going with Takasayo.
Sayotaka.
I had some tacos earlier.
What?
That's Ayo.
Takayo?
So anyways, they go blasting off on his magic drilling ride. And it's like, I need you.
I can't wait to see more of him just hilariously rocketing into the fucking sky on his jackhammer.
I have several questions about that jackhammer.
Away! Takemichi, away!
Like he pulls out his handy dandy notebook, and he's like,
"Look, man, until he drives that jackhammer into the ground and creates a pocket dimension for the fight, I'm not interested."
I don't know why, but my brain thought you were gonna say until he drives that jackhammer into Sayo.
I mean, that's a different kind of parody.
That's a different story for another time that I would actually be interested in
for
reading.
a different video that would probably end up on our Pornhub account.
Which, even though our only video, so I tried to we recorded a while back, us all over Discord riffing the Super Mario Brothers movie, and I thought it would be cool extra Patreon content. Tried putting it up on YouTube, we got copyright struck. Tried putting it up on Dailymotion, that got taken down. And I tried putting it up on Pornhub, and that got taken down. And we managed to gain 2 subscribers
when
on the channel that has no videos.
When I said you can find a bunch of cool shit on Pornhub, it means that people keep re-uploading it constantly. Not that Pornhub doesn't check.
I don't have that kind of patience.
So, anyways. Freaking
We really got fucked by Pornhub.
Like, Takamichi's trying to find more crystals, and it's like,
oh,
like, it's like a tiger and a dragon type of, like, ruling. Sayo just looks over.
I saw that, and I was like, what do you want to quest for the bit beast?
Can I back up to something for a second? The reasons on the OP is that he's not officially one of them and hasn't done a roll call with them.
That's true.
Not yet. Ooh. Give it next episode.
Next episode, at the end, it'll be like, you know what? I think well, we're gonna find out next week for sure. Here's why I'm fighting for the treasure. It's probably something to do with like my Iron Man fucking thing in my chest.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We'll help you.
His
You know.
connection to one of the villains.
Yeah, and then it'll be like, you know
Here's
what?
to have him
I
take
will
part in
join
the
you
next
guys.
episode.
They do a big henshin together. He's in the next, or he'll just be in the next one, and all of the stuff I said, but it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, because Garz was like his adopted uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, I mean, the preview
Come on,
for
I'm
next
the cooler
episode.
one.
The preview for next episode looked rather heavily like a lot of flashbacks about the two of them.
Yes.
I feel like that's going to come in with a lot of info about
You have
what
so
happened.
much plot,
right?
Even with I love the fact, even with like, oh yeah, he's adopted. Even with that little fucking quick thing, it's still they can make they can cut a fucking corner, and there's still so much tension between the characters, plot line, intrigue, mysteries. We got more in this fucking episode than Ryu Soldier had in the whole fucking series. We're spoiled right now. Or the fact we were just starved and somebody gave us a second bowl of gruel.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you get a writer who actually wrote Super Sentai.
Please, sir, can I have some plot?
Some plot? What?
Why would you ever want something like that?
So,
I love that Jewel walks in and absolutely fucking shatters Takamichi's facade. And
I'm about to fucking shatter the washroom like that in a few minutes.
Okay, cool.
So,
quality content.
Oh yeah, there was a cute moment where Sayo's just like, carry me. And I'm like, oh, you're adorable.
Piggyback ride again!
So it's like they go flying, and it's like, oh look, there's the tiger, and there's the dragon giant rock.
Yeah. And then they go to Helheim.
Yeah, that's where they ended up. I was wondering where they went.
Yeah.
They just find Roshiro's dead body.
Yeah. Over the course of the episode, Hakata Minami has been building Kirame Silver's Zord, Mashin Dorijan.
So I guess he won't talk because
he's not alive.
He's not alive.
No, you know what I think it is? Because we saw the toy, the crystal that the thing like picks up and puts in its chest. I think that's like the Kirame stone where the consciousness will be. So it's not complete yet.
He's just gonna
right now it's just a vehicle he drives, and then it's gonna get that Kirame stone that makes the Megazord form, and then he'll have a personality.
He's gonna slide in. It's gonna be like, huh?
I'm willing to put money on it that Kirame stone is the treasure he's looking for.
Yeah. Or there's my theory.
Or I would like to think that, but I feel like that would end his character arc too quick. But I'm sure they'll come up with something.
I have a feeling he's trying to, because like the only way for him to live was for Aran to actually insert a Kirame stone in him.
Oh, so maybe the Kirame stone for Zord is one of the stones in him that just comes out?
Yeah, or he needs to try and find more to keep himself
How
alive.
fucking funny would it be if like he did all this treasure hunting shit and it's like the treasure was inside you all along?
It's that stone that got implanted.
And he just takes the jackhammer, just shoves it straight through him. It's like, whoa, whoa!
Like Sora with the Keyblade and fucking Hollow Bastion.
Found it.
My Zord was inside me all along!
Sayo, you're the doctor. What do you think? He's fucking dead.
But yeah, so Dorijan leads the Land Mage team into the underground area where the monster is.
Yeah, because throughout the entire show, it's just been vines attacking.
Yeah, so they trace them down to the roots. And fucking Jokey follows them in, just zooms in behind them and just thunk, comes down in the dinosaur form.
I'm a dinosaur train with a chainsaw.
And Dorijan proceeds to shove his fucking drill into Jokey's mouth. That was friggin' savage.
No, that's savage.
Yeah, Savage is in our shitter.
Oh, he's on the crapper again.
But yeah, I love that, like, Landmage killing the monster of the week is just a fucking B-roll plot scene that happens in the background.
No, that's not important. The big important thing is to know that Garza and freaking Takamichi actually have...
They've got some beef to hash out.
Yeah, they actually have some sort of beef, like, some sort of, like...
History.
Like, history, so it's like, good, this is actually going to develop more, because, like, what was his relationship with Garza? Like, did Garza accept him?
Was Garza the Funkle?
Was Garza the reason why he wasn't on Crystalia? And then they were like, all right, let's go invade.
When they flashed back to his, like, change where he suddenly became obsessed with treasure, that seemed unnatural. So I feel like Garza potentially, like, did something to him to make him treasure hungry.
Like, he needs to get out of here.
Yeah.
Or things are not going to go well.
Yeah, but it was super interesting to find out that Takamichi is older than Haki Taminami, but he just hasn't aged because of the Kirame stones.
Like, they could have just said, oh, since he's been in space and time is different in space, he's older than me.
I feel like that would have made as much, if not less, sense.
Like, it would have made the exact same amount of sense, but the whole, oh, Kirame stone inside me.
Yeah, it was more on brand.
Yeah, it's like,
I am Iron Man.
He's the Mystic Knight. Stones within me!
Oh yeah, freaking Jules is like, let's team up. He's like, no. But later, hey, let's team up. No.
Who's Jules?
Jewel.
Oh, Jewel.
Yeah, Kirame Red.
Yeah. Well, you said Jules. I thought Jules.
Oh.
Like from the Sonic comic?
I am. No.
But yeah, like, over the episode, like, he says, like, I'm not into saving people, I just want to hunt treasure. But every time people are in danger, he literally swoops in on his fucking jackhammer.
I just love it. How, like, he's not even holding on to it with both hands. He like
he's kind of like under his arm.
Yeah, he comes like he's not even like freaking leapfrogging around and flying around. No, he freaking is like he's like Thor. He freaking whips it and he's flying with one hand.
Yeah.
How is the rocket jet part not burning?
I know this will never ever happen in the entire history of this show. But it would be the funniest shit ever if he's like jetting along on it and he just accidentally lets go and just fucking wipes out. just crash into the earth.
Just Naruto up in the first episode.
Yeah, episode 01.
Oh, fuck.
Where he fucking rips his ankle. That still hurts me to watch.
Fuck. Almost stuck the landing. So yeah. A pretty good episode. I enjoyed it for only watching it like an hour ago.
I still think Takamichi's a fucking asshole, but I'm enjoying what I'm seeing overall.
There's more to him than meets the eye.
He's a transformer.
Oh my goodness, that explains everything.
He is the stone.
The crystal that's inside him, the matrix of leadership.
Oh god.
That's why he's an asshole. So much responsibility.
So yeah, next week is going to be more of Takamichi's backstory, and we get, oh boy, the vacuum cleaner machine.
The fuck?
It certainly does suck.
Just the staff room. Where are we making? Oh, we got fire truck? No, that's the main mech. Police cart? No, we've done that before. It doesn't work. It just... Well, what should we do? Like the janitor on the other...
The cleaning lady comes in?
The cleaner lady comes in.
My god!
What? I can't hear you. I said we should probably do... I can't hear you over the vacuum guy. You want to do the vacuum? Okay.
Turn off that blasted machine! Machine!
No, he just grabs it. I told you to stop. That's it.
He grabs it, like breaks it, folds it in half. It can fold into a stone form.
He's holding in just one hand. He's like, this is our weapon.
This is gonna suck us back to the top.
This will bring in the money. All those kids that love doing their chores, well, now the Zord's gonna tell you to do your chores.
Suck.
You know what?
Okay, if you're talking about people who like doing their chores, this is perfect for Indigo Caster.
No. Okay, so next week's thumbnail has to include the maid from Spaceballs and replace the vacuum cleaner with the...
Oh, that's genius.
Yeah.
Someone remind us next week.
I'll write a note of it.
Alright, well, let's get into our feature topic. Kamen Rider Kuuga.
Are you guys talking about Kuuga?
Yes.
Count me in. That door doesn't slam. Count me in.
How'd you get in? Door was unlocked. But,
Well, it's the bathroom, so you knew I was here. I don't know why you forgot.
but yes, Kamen Rider Kuuga, the first season
Chow Henshin.
Cho.
Cho. It's not like J Chow.
Kamen Rider Zio.
Gio. Gio.
Jello.
Don't. He had it right. Don't fuck this up.
But yes, Kamen Rider Zio. Why did we do this? Because I was...
Kuuga!
Kuuga!
You said Zio.
Oh, did I say
Are we reviewing Zio again?
No!
No, we're talking about the season that started the hit.
It's all your fault, Kuuga!
So I don't know if any of you got... Because we've all pretty much seen it before, other than Danette, but...
Well,
fuck! I forgot how rad it was.
Oh, yeah.
It's been...
It's been...
Jinx!
It's been like 7 years since I've seen... Like, wait, what?
We made the same joke at the same time.
I got it.
It's been 7 weeks since I've thought of you. I don't know the words, but you know.
It's been 1 week. Anyway.
When did...
He does.
Ha! You made a Digimon reference.
I did, actually. I owe you a Pepsi.
Someone probably did a parody using this.
Anyway, Kuuga, the year 2000.
Oh, man, I was 3.
Cool.
I was like 22.
12.
Well.
Raven, how old were you in the year 2000?
40.
14.
Secretly, he's an old man.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you're 2 years older than me.
You're such an old man that you wore a Kuuga t-shirt to a podcast.
Yeah, he is.
Great audio podcast.
Yep.
Where no one can see it.
Exactly.
But they know that it's there now.
But now you've referenced it. Its power is unrivaled.
Oh yeah, it's the 4 crown one.
And now he speaks.
No, shush you.
Yeah,
And now she speaks.
the last... I guess the last work that Shotaro Ishimori was working on before his
Yeah,
death?
he did concept designs for it, and then he passed away before it actually aired.
Which for the concept designs, they were weird. Like, he made up a ninja concept for Kuuga.
Oh.
It was like ninja, cop, freaking
Ninja cop?
bow staff. It was like,
I don't want
it's
that.
like,
I want
Ishimori, I have a feeling you're going senile in your final years, weren't you? Making up ninja cop
Final-
riders. Oh, that sounds stupid.
Have you seen
Ninja.
all of this?
Yes, all 60 FPS of it.
No, I mean everything he's created.
So this was the show that was to bring Kamen Rider back into the public eye after not being a thing since Black RX many years before.
Well, I mean, there were the movies in between, but, you know.
But this was the first show in a long time.
And this is the first one that succeeded.
So,
Yes.
Okay, so let me explain, because I know some production stuff. So,
TLDR, Black RX bombed so hard the franchise died for a while.
yes, but in its place during the 90s was the Metal Heroes.
Oh, okay.
So in the year 1999 was the final year of the Metal Hero franchise.
Which killed Beetleborgs.
Actually, it was the season after Beetleborgs. Actually, no, 2 seasons after Beetleborgs.
You know what it was? Not enough Dragon Ball.
Yeah. So basically, Toei decided, hey, you know, the 30th anniversary of Kamen Rider is coming up, and the majority of Kamen Rider fans who watched Rider are now like adults. What if we did like a more mature Kamen Rider show? And like Ishimori was involved until his unfortunate passing on January 28th, 1998. So congrats, when I was 1 year old I killed Shotaro Ishimori.
Holy shit, Gar, you pulled that date out of the top of your fucking head. He's not even holding a fucking bone, ladies and gentlemen.
No, because it's my birthday.
You're talking
He died on your birthday?
Oh no!
He died on my birthday. So
Wait,
It's all your fault!
It's the day of your birth or your birthday?
1
He
year.
was not the same year.
I was 1. If it was the same day as my birth, then I would totally consider myself the reincarnation of it.
Yeah.
It would explain why I'm into this.
I didn't know
That's
Ishimori.
amazing!
I wouldn't know Ishimori was a dick.
Are you sure your parents
Or
didn't lie about the year
successfully
you were born? 'Cause
My mother lied about the year I was born because she told me the first movie that she ever took me to theaters when I was 1 was Star Trek: The Wrath of Khan. And I'm like, yeah, wait, didn't Wrath of Khan come out like 1980? What came out in 1970? She took me to see Star Trek: The Motion Picture. She lied about the dates, so the amazing story of the first movie I ever saw was a better movie.
You know what came out the exact day I was born?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
You know, want to hear funny? Okay, so I'm watching completely non sequitur. I'm watching these videos.
I love that show.
Yeah, I'm watching this video of this guy who had a video camera, and he was just filming Toronto back in the 80s through the 90s. And so I was watching this really cool video where he's walking around Toronto with his sister in 1989, I want to say.
1980X.
Yeah. And on the streetcar platform at Union, or the subway platform at Union, was an ad for Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Cool.
So yeah, Kamen Kuuga, the cop drama ancient artifact, not Ultraman Tiga
There's a
show.
lot of things.
There's a lot of descriptors here.
So biggest thing that I want to talk about.
Well, keep in mind, all of the tropes that we have now are very few of them are carryover from Showa.
Mm-hmm.
All of these tropes, they had really not much going in, so they threw everything at the wall to see what stuck.
But this is what I honestly think, in which I can't confirm this or not. I honestly think Kamen Kuuga's staff probably took notes from Ultraman Tiga.
I thought you were gonna say took drugs.
No.
I mean, that too.
Maybe that would explain why the freaking Grongis don't speak Japanese.
We'll get into that in a sec.
But yeah, so the story begins however 1,000 years ago. I don't know. Kamen Rider and timelines don't really match up.
There's a lot of flashes.
My eyes have gone cross-eyed.
Pretty
we
much.
get to see a lot of quick flashes of the different Kuuga forms fought by the ancient Kuuga warrior.
You know, something that could have delved into in the season that we'll no longer discuss this episode.
Yeah. But in particular, the one thing that's interesting about Kuuga in particular, for those that don't know, is the monsters in this show, the Grongi, they speak a different language. Now, it's not actually a full-on different language. It's more like a cipher translated from Japanese. So for those who played Final Fantasy X, it's like the Albed language, where each character translates into something else in their language.
Or it's like what?
So if you had a pen and paper, you could probably figure it out.
Exactly.
So I'm guessing it was like on the DVDs or something. Like it actually had subtitles for.
I don't know exactly where the translation came from.
Yeah,
but
like, it was. I think it was the original DVD release did have the subtitles for the Grongi, but it was the Grongi symbols every time they spoke.
So like
people figured
translation
it
of
out.
the text and not the speaking.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that must have been painful.
Oh, yeah.
So the part of that concerns viewers like us is when we first watched this show many years ago, the version that we watched had all the Japanese subtitle, but not the Grongi speak.
Yes, there were just a bunch of squiggles on the screen when
Look
the
at that
Grongi spoke.
Kuuga.
Yeah. And the brilliance of this show that no other Rider show has replicated since is the mystery of what they're actually saying. Because if you watch the show without knowing what they're saying, it doesn't really make a lot of sense early game, but you eventually find out what they're up to. And when we went back and started rewatching these episodes, the version we watched has the cipher translated, and so we can see what they're saying, and it makes a lot of sense because we know what they were up to.
And you know what they were up to? Trash talking.
Yeah, a lot of trash talking.
Is that the best you got?
This is how you throw a punch.
But like apparently this is
It's you, Kuuga.
Oh my god, it's Kuuga.
And the thing, there are people on Twitter kicking and screaming, "They're spoiling the show for translating the Grongi speak," when they're just...
If you watch it with the Grongi speak translated, you're cheating yourself out of the way that it was intended to be seen. So I'm just gonna go play the perfect runs of Undertale now and watch the original VHS copies of Star Wars and go and jerk off and think about my moral superiority over other nerds.
I mean,
that voice hurt to do.
I feel like people should have the choice.
Yeah, and the choice of a new generation.
Unfortunately, with the official release, there are some minor problems. The biggest problem being the encoding that they had of the Blu-ray, because unfortunately we don't have internet right now. So we had the first episode because YouTube had it, so we ripped it off of YouTube. And then the second episode, we
watched it legally on YouTube.
Yeah, we watched it.
Like that was the hint we gave last week. It's something that's available legally.
Well, it was legally. Well,
yeah. But and then episode 2, we had to watch with fan subs, and we noticed the fan sub quality, not in the subtitles, but just in the video format.
It was fucking night and day.
It was fucking tasty.
It was night and day. And yeah, sure, when you...
It was crisp. It was smooth. It was 60 beautiful frames a second.
and we felt all 60.
I miss Dan did this show feel not like Kamen Rider.
The biggest thing that set this show apart from more modern series is just the different lighting.
Yeah.
It looked real.
It's natural lighting.
You look at modern Kamen Rider series and the scenes are completely manufactured. But you look at these first 2 episodes and there's so many shots where they're at dusk or dawn, and there's so many shots of the cameras moving around them in a circle as they sort of work on uncovering the mystery.
And I think what I like about it is that it gets you especially with all the close-up camera shots, it makes you feel like you're actually a part of the situation.
Yeah, you're watching them struggle to figure it out.
You're walking along with them and you're listening to the conversation instead of
you're one of them.
Yeah, you're one of them. You're like, okay, what the hell is going on? What the hell is that? Did you fight that spider thing? Yeah, I did. Pretty cool, huh?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Fuck yeah, I did.
What was that you were saying, though?
When did this show come out?
2000.
The year 2000.
Okay, so in 1993, a certain cop show debuted on American television called NYPD.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
No, NYPD Blue. And NYPD Blue revolutionized how cop shows were by having a lot of steady cam and a lot of moving cameras around intense situations. I think that they were literally trying all of the American cop show tricks in this show.
Yeah, maybe.
If there's one thing we should definitely bring up, it's the henshin sequence.
Oh, it's well, we're getting to that.
Yeah, we'll get into that. So
I believe everyone, at least 3 of us in the room agreed that the henshin sequence is one of the greatest of at least the Heisei
the one
era.
for episode 2 specifically, where it's just damn.
And it's not the effects, because the effects are fucking laughable.
Yeah.
But even with shitty effects,
it's the cinematography of it.
Oh god, yeah.
It's fucking fine. Okay, we'll get to it.
Just the acting.
Okay, let's do it fucking now. All right, we got to do it now. We can't. So, long story short, shit happened. Wait, or should we? I don't know. I don't know what to do.
We'll get to it.
Okay, we'll get to it.
So let's talk about our main character.
Godai in the second last episode, you saw Sasuke.
Yikes.
So,
hey, tell me I'm wrong.
Which we're introduced to Godai through the opening that makes him look so stern, so real. When we actually meet him, it looks like he's breaking the fourth wall and talking to a fucking audience. Kid. But it's like, oh no, he's talking to a kid. But it's like,
well, we made a joke that the opening is thematically accurate to when he's Kuuga. But when they show him so dramatic, I'm like, that's not Godai. Godai literally is juggling one of the first times you meet him to entertain a child. He's a goofy idiot. He's your fucking weird uncle. But then the ending sequence, that's him sleeping in a fucking park. I was like, now that is thematically accurate.
Yeah, that's Godai.
Just Godai, why didn't you use the door? But the wall was asking me to climb it.
Yes, but was it asking you to climb it with a scary mask on and sneak up on me while I'm fucking typing on my fucking ancient computer with a disk drive?
Oh, by the way, do you have McDonald's on you?
Oh god, I saw Windows 32 on some dude's screen.
Oh shit, that's the real monster.
Apparently that is a callback to the original Kamen Rider. The university she works at is the same one Takashi Hongo goes to. And apparently they even acknowledge Hongo. It's like, hey, do you remember Professor Hongo? Oh, the guy with the big bushy eyebrows? It's like, yeah, him! It's like, oh, cool. It's like...
But yeah, after our initial flash of the original Kuuga, we get to see these archaeologists digging up the tomb. And I love that one dude is like, does any part of this stuff maybe say something like, do not touch or be forever cursed?
We already touched it, stupid.
Too late!
Ironically, I just like him say, I was right!
Yeah, ironically, yeah, that is what it says, actually.
Isn't it usually the one who says, shouldn't we not touch
yeah, doesn't she find that out later? Don't touch it, you'll die?
It's she translates the symbols while they're already digging it up, and it's like, danger.
So if they had listened, literally, if they're opening it, yeah, doesn't touch it.
Shit.
Close it.
See, this reminds me of the
end
mummy.
of series.
See, this that kind of reminds me of the mummy when the guy is just
everything about that one.
Shouldn't we not be touching this? And there's the one who spoke is the one who got cursed and had a freaking beetle crawl up him.
It says don't open.
Don't open dead inside.
Long story short, here's the lesson: if you don't
speak,
dead
open
will happen.
Inside.
No, like, he just reads, like, only, like, halfway through. It's like, open. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, the first part said don't.
No, just walking around.
Yep.
Man, hey, what the hell is this?
Oh my god, I'm Japanese, just reading this from left to right. Or right to left.
They just find the freaking.
Oh, the ride watch?
Yeah, they just find the freaking Kuuga ride watch. It's like, oh shit.
Are they another watch? Yeah.
This is the only one that I have. It's for Kuuga, but
Yeah.
Still makes the joke.
But yeah, so the monster comes out of the tomb, and it's the entity that we come to know as unidentified life form Zerogo, or as his actual name is Endagavazeva.
Wait, so hang. Life form number 0
Yeah.
was the original Kuuga?
No.
Was he just sealed away in the same tomb?
Yes, because he is the leader of the Grongi, which the original Kuuga fought.
Yeah.
And the tomb is
Sealed
literally where the original Kuuga sealed both himself and it in at the same time.
Okay,
But the original Kuuga wasn't immortal, so his body's turned to dust.
Yeah.
The Grongi didn't decompose, but he had left the belt there just in case.
To pass it down to the next one.
It's not Oracle Stone
It's
belt.
less that he left it there just in case, and more, it was still on his fucking body.
Did I mention that was a great stone Kuuga?
I have a feeling like once you become Kuuga, you're Kuuga for life until you die.
In the second last episode?
With the fucking ways, yeah.
I will die angry. If it weren't for decades...
I like to imagine, yeah, like, the previous Kuuga was in that, and probably died, and his body decayed and dissolved, and the belt was just left there.
His body was there, because the belt was around it, and then, like, once he moved his fingers, it, like...
No.
No, that was the Grongi.
Yeah, that was Zero.
Oh, that was Zero.
That video they showed of what happened to the dig shows Zero breaking out of his tomb, grabbing the belt, ripping it off of the original Kuuga's corpse, and basically whipping it to the ground.
Yeah.
Like, whose idea at the time, like producer, directors wise, was like watching this? It's like, all right, this is the next scene that we filmed, and it's like it shows the scene of like Godai. I can't remember her name.
Sakurako.
Yeah, Sakurako and our best buddy Ichijo, aka Ichibro.
Yeah.
Watching the video footage that they had of the tomb. And just Life Form Zero's just like killing everyone.
I love that shot of him walking through the forest and there's like glowing shit all around him.
It's like Kuuga. It's like
rise, my Grongi.
Grongi, arise.
They literally come out of the ground like zombies in a thriller movie.
Yes, he proceeds to revive all of the Grongi that the original Kuuga killed and fucking buried there.
But it's like,
I'm just impressed he bothered to bury them.
it's just, whose idea was it to be like they're all just sitting there in like their executive office, probably the same office they filmed in that scene there.
Yeah.
And they're like, contact Bandai, we got toys. We got toys for a show where several people get murdered. Like, it's not like, oh, they're gone, or oh, they get injured.
They're going to Shadow World.
No, in Kuuga, there is a death count.
Yep.
Or,
on both sides.
Like, there's a...
Kuuga, make sure you do your ultimate rider kick in the abandoned building district.
Like there's a death count.
That's a thing later.
It's a good thing it's Sunday.
On this show. And it's fucking disturbing to think that, holy shit, people are actually getting
But you
murdered.
want to know the real rough part on that one?
Oh, it's the whole Grongi thing
No,
of like...
Zero. So, most of the shit going on happens in Tokyo over the course of the show. Zero didn't make his way to Tokyo until the end. Zero's been wandering around Japan just murdering the fuck out of everybody.
Like, I just think it's an unrelated serial killer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Over the course of the show, there's a lot of little newspaper articles you'll see and notice, and little news stories running in the background of this massive unsolved murder mystery case going on outside of Tokyo.
Yeah, it's like,
pay attention to that.
I killed 20, I killed 30.
I killed 50 men.
And pay attention to this. Zero's racked up like at least a 10,000 person death count outside of Tokyo while the show is
it's
happening.
like half of, like, a good quarter of Japan's population gone.
Decimated.
Dead.
But yeah, let's talk about Ichijo for a sec. So, Ichijo is probably the most successful the police have ever been at fighting monsters.
Well, of course he is. When Godai's like, look over there. He's the only one that didn't look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
He's got protagonist brain.
What kind of police department's like, guys, look over there?
Boss, look at alien!
Yeah, everyone stares, and then it takes Godai a moment to like sneak away. Ichiburo's like,
no.
What are you doing?
I don't fucking think so. I also like that after that whole massacre scene in the tomb, the next time we see the Arkle, which is Kuga's belt, it's just being carried out by some cop in a fucking baggie.
To think he could have been Kuuga.
Evidence.
Yeah.
Also, that's a weird thing that we should bring up. Like we already brought up, like, the Arkle it's inside you.
Yes.
So think
it merges with its user.
Like, unlike
the ultimate portability.
And does some weird shit to their body, by the way.
We'll get into that in later episodes.
Like, it's later, like, it's...
Make sure you clear your schedule.
It's weird to think that some writers are like, you know, I need a good example. This old Garen belt that I don't care about.
I'm gonna just whip it out, throw it on.
This Garen that I don't care in.
No, just see this. It's like, I don't want to be a writer anymore.
You just have to throw it somewhere.
Yeah, throw it away. Godai, you don't have a choice.
You don't have to look at it anymore. Whenever you don't want to be a writer, you just think of it, and the belt just goes.
Well, he has to do the pose. It's like he poses it.
I mean, whenever he wants it to go away.
And then he died on his way back to his home final episode.
So hang on. So, do you think when Godai touches his stomach, all he just feels is stone?
Like he's got a stomach ache,
and he just rubs his stomach, and the belt comes. Shit.
Or like he's in bed, and somebody's like, "Oh hey, baby."
Want to see my henshin?
No, he's just laying in bed. He just starts rubbing his stomach. He wakes up. He just has the hell.
He's henshin?
Yeah, he's just henshin. He's like,
again? Is he like? Imagine he's fucking a girl really hard, and all of a sudden the belts are the armor starts appearing.
Cuts off his dick.
Pulls a Superman.
And then this girl looks down at her vagina, and there's the Kuuga symbol, and she explodes.
Oh no! He landed the Hisatsu.
Oh no! I can do it with my dick!
That's a mighty rising.
Yep.
An ultimate mighty rising.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we don't even actually see Kuuga in his different forms, except for two in these two episodes.
You get the one that doesn't matter and mighty.
Oh.
Yeah. Episode 1 is he henshins into growing form, which is his little weak between forms.
It is the I don't know what I'm doing form.
Yeah.
It's the I got my ass handed to me and I revert back to this form for a couple of hours.
This is the I'm not at full power form.
This is Mr. Lane loves this form to death and he's excited for that renewal growing figure arts.
Same, just like how he loves Deno Platform. Which
Deno Platform, Ryuki Blank Form. He just likes...
Ghost Transient.
Yeah, Ghost Transient. He likes forms that don't have anything to do with the actual formation of the suit. It's just the default skin.
But yeah, so he uses growing form to fight the first monster of the week, which of course is a spider. A spider which weirdly has sideburns.
Wouldn't they be called Spideburns?
Ooh.
Is he going to be in the new Spider-Verse movie?
I don't know.
I don't know. There's a lot of talk about Japanese Spider-Man.
Toei Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Well, they already have a thing with Toei. It's could we have him just literally be fighting the Spider-Man from Kamen Rider?
I just love that this spider monster grows X-23 claws out of his wrist.
Wolverine.
Well, it's only 2 claws.
Because X-Men came out in the mid-2000s. This came out in January of 2000.
X-Men came out in the 60s, dude.
The Bryan Singer X-Men movie.
Yeah, but before that.
But yeah, we get this really badass fight scene between Kuuga growing form and the spider Grongi atop a fucking helicopter.
Yeah. Kuuga,
what other writer does shit like that?
His forms has weapons, but his mighty form, which he uses for most, the literal fucking weapon for it is beat you with my fucking fist, throw you through a wall.
Yeah, basically.
What's Kuga's first response? Fucking ram this truck into you in the wall. Hopefully you die from
if it functions.
I mean, it didn't.
Did it work?
No.
Oh,
so
shit.
If it fits, it hits.
I'd be interested to know how much of that was a stunt up on how much was it the actor did it himself.
It was a set.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it looked real good though.
We're not spending that much money. Come on.
It was floating 3 feet off the ground.
We're bringing
but
back.
They had the actor doing it himself, or would have.
No. Everyone had all the actors have suit actors. the way they function.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to know why they don't use the actors in the suits? In the original Kamen Rider, it was the actor that was the face actor in the suit. And whenever he drive the bike, they just put the suit on, say drive the bike, and then he crashed the bike and broke both of his legs, and they almost had to cancel production. So they put a different guy. Oh, here's the new Kamen Rider, and then he repaired, came back. But so they realized that it's safer to have it. Like the thing is, so if your stunt guy hurts himself, you just get a different stunt guy.
Yep.
Like almost
That's
all
been
the
a
main
noble
Kamen
tradition.
Riders have a stand-in.
And that's been a noble tradition ever since.
The only time you ever see them in the suits is any times where you need to see like broken masks,
Yeah, where they
take
got the helmet,
off.
take the helmet
Yeah.
off,
Or
and
for
get the
certain,
rest of the suit
or for
on.
certain one-offs like Kamen Rider Marika.
Which
Yeah.
could Kuuga do that if you want? Like
No.
actually take the helmet?
No.
So like he would have to like. Have
No,
it
it can form
vanish.
separately. You see him in the first Henshin with his head.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's just mid-head shin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also,
It is very much just
Well, because
a
this one,
solid
it's
suit.
this
that
one
just
is
part
it's
of
not
it.
a suit. This is his like an insect
Yeah.
exoskeleton.
Yeah.
which I actually like the shot where like he punches the like after putting the belt
Yeah,
on.
where
he
it
So
just
punches the
technically-
guard. Yeah, and it's just like his
So
one
technically,
arm.
he's folding inside out.
He's an ant.
Just one use to that belt and you're inside out.
Which I didn't realize he didn't kill the spider Grongi in
No.
the first up. He just booted it off the helicopter.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yep.
fuck
Because quite
Growing
literally,
form.
growing form does not have the power to actually kill a Grongi.
Yep.
Wait, didn't he kill Grongi in Grongi?
Once.
Yeah.
Later on, and even then, they've acknowledged over the course of that arc that Grongi was actually a lot weaker than any other one.
So it's the Raditz of the Grongi.
Basically.
The shittiest Grongi.
He is the incredibly physically weak Grongi that uses poisons.
He just like
I shouldn't have licked it.
just
Yeah,
like
basically.
just like boots him right out of the thing into like a pit, like that fucking movie with the Spartans.
Oh, 300.
Damn it.
Sorry.
So episode 2 has the Bat Grongi.
Who's kind of rad, man.
It's
Yeah.
fucking terrifying.
A fucking
What?
priest who's like afraid of sunlight that comes through a fucking
Because
sting.
nocturnal.
You know what? This isn't Kamen Rider.
Wait,
This
wait.
is fucking Garo.
Wait, is it a fang iron?
Close.
I mean, it's probably the same church.
No,
Oh, no,
it's
that
not.
was a set.
I don't think it was.
I have
It was a
feeling-
good set because we were thinking about it, but the more you looked at it, it's like, yeah, the pews are made of cardboard.
like, I have a feeling Toei probably has their own church that they can like remodel. After
No,
a few
it's
years.
called a set.
We've
Yeah.
seen several. There was the one from Kuuga, there was the one from Kiva, there was the one
Let
from
me just say,
Exade.
if they don't set it on fire,
Yep.
it's a real church.
Yeah.
If they set it on fire, it's a set.
The one from Magic Ranger.
Because no church is going to let you set a fucking fire in it.
Of course
Yeah.
not. It's a church.
Blasphemous.
Which, who knew Kuuga was allowed in the church?
So yeah, aside from the opening shot of the Bat Grongi, we cut to Sakuraku and Godai eating food at a restaurant called Eddie's Kitchen.
As Godai wakes up from an 11-hour nap that apparently happened in the booth at said restaurant.
And meanwhile,
So like, did he like demorph, got off the building,
Basically.
got off the top of the building, went to the restaurant,
Like
woke
met up
got
with
a
her
call.
afterwards and just passed out
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
fucking booth.
Like he just passed up. He wakes up. It's probably like a 24-hour place, like Denny's
Yeah,
or
no,
something. And
it's
he's
like
like, "Can I
11
can I
yeah.
use your phone?" Hey, I'm here. Yeah, I just fought a giant monster. It was pretty fucking rad. You should have seen it. You have to watch next week's episode. You have to watch last week's episode. It was pretty fucking rad.
Previously
can
on-
you come pick me up? Also, let's have brunch.
Yeah, but would he even know enough to? Because from what I saw when he woke up, I'm like, does he even know who he is or what he is?
Yeah.
But he's just kind of waking. That's the thing with Godai. You just find him waking up wherever the fuck.
You know what? No.
his business card touts him as a dream chaser, so he's basically like a modern world equivalent of a fantasy world adventure. He just goes
Yeah,
where
he
the
just
wind takes
goes.
him.
Godai's the
Kind of like you, Mickey Mouse.
Godai's the guy that went to community college.
He's the man of 1,000 skills.
He's the man that didn't complete college, but just did a bunch of like all.
He did 1,000 different courses and passed none of them.
Yeah. he got the skills and was like, yeah, I got this.
Yeah, and then didn't show up to any of the final
A
exams.
lot of his skills
I get the
are
gist.
kind of weird things too.
Oh yeah, we do get to see a fair number of them.
he brings them up quite
And,
frequently.
and we even learned his very first one in the final episode.
Yep.
dying.
I have a question.
Holy hell!
Actually.
I have a question about him. They said he was like, what are the unnamed life forms?
He's life form number 2 on
So
the.
does he actually have a name, or is just that what people call him?
Kamen Rider Kuuga is the actual
Kuuga.
name of the form. Kuuga, yeah.
The point is, the reason they're calling him that is the police don't, as a whole, the police don't know who he is.
Wait, so the homeless-looking guy in the diner is Kuuga?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you not clue into that when he transformed?
Did you not see him jump off the helicopter? It was pretty fucking rad.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I saw Kuuga at parts, and then I saw him looking like a homeless guy, just like
that's him.
That's him. That's our protagonist,
the
ladies
point
and gentlemen.
Is, it's the police as a whole don't know who he is.
That's really.
It's just the one cop who's aware of it.
It's pretty rad.
So
And he kind of skirts the issue,
yeah.
going like he's just like, oh, he does like the Peter Parker Spider-Man. Like, yeah, I know him. Like, I don't know much about him. I just can tell him where to go and figure out what's going on.
But the point is, Ichijo does help him out because we know he knows the secret and he knows he's good and can.
As you said while we were watching, he's Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, basically.
That's
It's
all you need to
Commissioner
know.
Gordon and Batman.
Are you seriously vaping?
Except useful.
Says the man that dresses as a bat.
Yeah. But yeah, so the idea is the police are just giving the monsters numbers as they meet them. So Kuga's growing form gets labeled as unidentified life form number 2.
Because the spider was number 1.
Yep.
Bat's number 3. And
Oh!
You alright?
Oh!
Whoops. I just dropped the studio pole on Tom.
Yeah, that was an accident. I was not expecting that to hit. Like, that was. Oh, I see what happened. And Yoga Mat hit the studio pole and then it went flying. That's what happened.
Ouch.
Sorry, Tom.
Okay.
You okay?
Good?
What are you guys trying to do?
Well, no, the pole accidentally hit Tom in the head.
Let's go a couple minutes. So he fucking dies on the second last fucking episode, and you never get to see him fight in his fucking final form. I love this series, but holy shit, that's the worst fucking ending until fucking Kamen Rider Double came out.
Ouch.
Yeah.
You do.
As I was, yeah.
But holy shit, Guard.
Sorry.
Fuck. You're glad I can't insult you right now.
Let me finish my sentence. So Kuuga Mighty form is number 4.
Yeah.
So they call him Mikakunin Semeta Yongo throughout the show.
Yeah. And the next episode, I don't know when.
I ever see that again, I'm breaking over my knee. You better hide that.
Basically, the police department as a whole puts out all unidentified life forms are to be shot on sight order,
which includes Kuuga now.
Which includes Kuuga because
so is that a waste bullets on sight order?
Basically.
Yep.
Except in the case of Kuuga, yeah, they're a little more effective than anyone would like.
Not to mention he's one of us.
Especially when he doesn't manage to keep up mighty form and his growing form is not as durable as most Grongi.
Yep.
So how come he doesn't have to revert to growing form every time?
Because it's just once he knows how to do it, it's mighty form is a mental thing for the most part.
Okay.
It's
growing form is training wheels.
The growing form initially was just it's colorless, blank palette because he doesn't really know how to use the powers.
It's like a defense mechanism.
Yeah,
it's
it just
it's an
happens.
automatic thing that the belt will do to protect the user.
He doesn't know how to channel the actual power into it properly yet, so it's colorless. It's a blank slate.
It's just like Deno Platform. It's him without
you know what?
a proper form.
It's kind of like the Avatar form. He's not in. It's just a thing that only kicks in to protect him. But it's not like
it's not exactly the same because the
Avatar form is very powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a fight or flight instinct. This is like I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just thought about something. So because the driver thing is inside Kuuga, this is only first and second episode. But from what we know, has he always been Kuuga, or is there a backstory to how
in episode 1 he gets the belt?
This is why I said pay attention to the episode because he literally got the belt and the powers in the first.
I don't think they ever are certain.
No, that was episode 2.
I don't think they're ever certain. Like, say why he was chosen. But I think that the belt, knowing that its previous user was dead, searched for a compatible person. And
for
saw,
whatever reason, Godai.
and the whole thing is, I look at it
Godai's
this way:
plot sense
is
is
Godai
stable.
has 1,000 skills, so that means he's adaptable. So he found a person that is most likely to be able to figure out how to be Kuuga without being told how to
The
be
Kamen
Kuuga.
Rider with 1,000 forms.
That was the thing that I was actually curious about. Like, why was he having visions of like?
They
The
never
belt was reaching
really address it hugely. It's just, I feel this is right to stick this thing on, and oh god, what the fuck?
I think it's like
burn.
Green Lantern. It's literally the second the Grongi were woken up, the belt searched for a new host.
Yeah. And I love that when he puts the belt on the first time, it burns through his fucking clothes. Now he's
Yeah,
wearing
free crop top.
Yeah, like you're saying. Now he's wearing a crop top.
And he killed the spider Grongi because he showed up again.
But the fucking henshin. Let's talk about the henshin. They're in a fucking church.
Yeah, so
the church
episode-
is on fire.
Yeah, so
The
Ichijo
planet
tries
is
to fight the Bat Grongi by bringing a fucking shotgun into the church.
As you do.
They knock over the candles and the church starts getting set on fire, and then Godai comes in, driving his fucking bike through the door like a badass.
You know what, that actually sounds like
And
a
immediately
Nicolas.
crashes.
And wrecks his fucking bike. He gets a better one though.
That sounds like a Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah.
Some guy walking into a church with a gun while on fire, fighting a vampire.
Yeah.
It sounds like something Nicolas Cage would be in.
I wonder
Yeah.
which movie you're talking about.
No. It could just be any Nicolas Cage movie.
It could be Kamen Rider Ghost.
Starring
Ghost Rider, Kamen Rider.
Damn it!
Ghost. Ooh.
Hey, that means
See,
Sam
that's where I
Elliott's
was
in.
going. I'm stating the obvious here. Fill in the blanks.
Well, no, that's the joke though.
So amidst the flame, Godai does his first proper henshin
And,
into Kuuga.
oh man.
Like, the CG effects are absolutely don't hold up.
The effects are dated as all hell.
But it's so like cinematic and iconic, and
It's just so dramatic. Like first of all, he didn't henshin into this in the first episode. It's the first time henching into the iconic suit. And they pan around him. There's fucking fire everywhere. It's just, I remember watching, going, "Fuck yeah!" And I didn't notice. I watched a second. I was like, "Man, those effects suck." Like, the first time you see it, you don't notice how bad the effects are.
At least not until you watch the helmet come on, because Jesus, that side
it didn't quite match up to the head. Oh no.
Yeah,
there we go.
But like, it's just like the way he talks right before it happens is so awesome, because he's just like, "Stand there and watch. Oreno henshin."
It was just so fucking cool.
Yeah, and it's built up for when he gets his Cho henshins later.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Godai also started the iconic folding, like wheeling out the hands while transformation.
Yeah.
Because like I noticed.
It's easier to do the effects if their hands are visible.
Yeah, spread my hands so the belt can appear.
Like Fives did.
Spread my hands so they can Photoshop this better.
Although actually, like when Kuuga summons his belt, he does it when his hands are over.
Yeah,
it.
No, it's not the belt. It's the rest of the transformation.
Yeah.
Like after. So I was always confused. I'm like, so like he just
there's a button on the side.
Yeah, there's a button on the side.
He like puts his hands down to like hit the button and then spreads them out.
Yeah, spreads his arm. Kind of reminds me of Fives, but when like he clicks the phone in, like he just puts his like two fists out.
Yeah.
I almost hit Tom in the head again.
You only get one.
Yeah.
Next time I hit back.
So he ends up fighting both.
Episode 302. Gar gets knocked out.
Yeah. So he ends up fighting not only Bat, but the Spider Grongi joins in. So we get a pretty nasty looking 2v1 for a bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Until daylight starts cracking through the windows.
And the Bat just, nope, I'm out.
Shit! Is that the sun?
Godai started heading towards the church around like 3 a.m. or something. So, 3 or 4.
Who goes to church at 4 a.m.?
Crazy Christians?
Ichijo, because he just got done talking to a homeless man who said he saw the Bat come out of the church.
Yeah, the drunk guy.
Yeah, when that was at 4 a.m., so from there, Ichijo made his way to the church.
So they fought for like 3 hours.
Well, more like it probably took him a bit to get to.
Well, they probably
Also
probably had some ramen. This was a ramen shop, and he was like, "Well, I'm still hungry, so let me get another one." And then it's like, "Man, I ate too much ramen. I better go find a bathroom."
Yeah, but so Bat fucks off, and then in the midst of fighting, which is some pretty neat choreography, Kuuga accidentally plants the Hisatsu kick into the chest of the spider.
Yeah.
Get away! Get away!
That's my church!
Oh, you killed me. Wait, what?
You see the mark of Kuuga on his chest, and then he's just like, I'll kill you! I'll kill you! Oh, I'm dead!
Hey, it's better than Agito with the freaking halo thing.
I thought that was awesome!
It was just like, no.
I get it, because they're dead.
No.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine one of the...
Did you actually not get that?
No!
Could you imagine one of the unknowns just being like, hey, look. Oh.
That would have been amazing. What's this halo for? Ah, fuck! And then they just cut off by the explosion.
I just thought they went to the home for infinite losers.
No, they're returning to God.
Yeah,
I've always wanted
they're
a
getting
shirt
their
with
halos.
a hiffle on it.
They've earned their wings.
So
Every time a rider kicks, an unknown gets his wings.
So apparently Godai was wearing a 5 shirt.
Yeah, he had a shirt on at the
Well,
end scene that had the 3 triple 5s on it. I'm like,
well, that's been...
fives!
Yeah, well, that's like having a shirt that says 911, which you can't have anymore because 911 used to mean emergency, now it means something depressingly different.
Yep.
Yeah, the world is a crazy place.
Speaking of how depressingly different the world is, I was saying at the start of the episode, look, they're eating in a restaurant.
Yeah, indoors,
I
without
missed that.
masks on.
Nah, the world was definitely a different place 20 years ago. Kamen Rider had an ending theme.
Right?
The world was a different place, like, a year ago.
3 months ago.
The world was technically a different place at the beginning of this sentence. That's how time works.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
cool. But yeah, so
as they say, you're as old as you're at your oldest right now, and you're also at your youngest right now.
okay.
Oh, God.
Tripped over that sentence, but I give you a 5 for the landing.
I'll go with the Aruto landing.
Yeah. So the next episode after this is going to have more Grongis, and everyone's coming to Tokyo, where the show's going to take place going forward.
Wait, the show takes place in Tokyo?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I never knew that.
Put the studio pole away, Gar.
I am. I'm picking up.
Yeah, before you end up injuring your knee next.
Or you pull a Raven and shatter a light.
That only happened twice.
Well, then it's due for a third.
Rule 3. Shit.
So yes, Kuuga, very good show. Definitely worth a rewatch, especially now that we have subs with the Grongi speak translated.
Yeah.
I have you know how committed I am to doing bits for this show. That I legitimately took that strike to the head and through excruciating pain through my skull, I thought, I can turn this into a bit.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we appreciate
Like,
the
me
effort.
for, like, not talking for, like, 30 seconds was my brain restarting. And then I was like, must do shtick.
And now that you've explained that, I don't have to edit it out.
Yeah.
Hooray!
The funny thing is, I had a headache before Gar struck me with a fucking pole.
Okay.
Weirdly, it cured it.
Okay, it wasn't me who hit you with the pole.
Did you move the things?
I was moving the chair.
You moved the things and other things.
You mouse-trapped him.
Oh, you put the man in the pan. Tom, strike.
I was.
You set off this Rube Goldberg machine.
I was like, okay, guess I'm.
Rube Goldberg knocked me the fuck out.
Anyways, yes, Kuuga, excellent. Watch it. Even if you
Indeed.
watched it already, watch it again. With
I am
Grongi
watching
subs.
it again.
Me and my 4 Kuuga figures say yes.
Are you actually gonna show me?
All of his Kuuga figures are the same Kuuga
Yeah.
figure.
Fucking Kuuga is so
Times 4.
fucking rad.
I have no issue with rewatching the entirety of Kuuga with me as long as you actually watch it.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Like I can see you like tied to a chair with like tape on your eyelids, going, "Pay attention, the Grongi are talking about their game now."
You mean like how we force-fed Paul Tokuja that one night?
Yes. He did that of his own volition.
Yeah.
Reportedly.
You know what I want to do sometime? Come over like on like a fucking early Saturday. We watch the entirety of like one of the Super Sentai seasons I've never seen.
You just
I'll
tell
do
me
it.
when.
I'll do that.
You just tell me when.
Kuuga was pretty good. I dropped a bullet. It was a pretty good show.
Okay. Oh
mean-
boy,
I mean,
praise from
one-
Caesar.
One thing I liked about Kuuga, the nice form, like when you see the back of him.
Oh yeah, Kuga's ass.
Yeah, the Kuuga booty.
Like I'll say a lot of things about Seiji Takaiwa. He's got a flat, uninteresting butt.
That's not Seiji Takaiwa.
I know. That's why I'm saying this guy's better.
Oh.
For, you know, he's better.
And it's like you're asking if anyone's a fuck person. That's like, I don't judge gender. It's like if you have the booty,
Ooh,
I'll like it.
Booty's booty.
So yes, I want to see more of Kuuga booty.
Spiggity swooty.
Here's an
Rider kick with that booty.
Here's an interesting fact about Kuuga.
Rising booty form.
We'll be the judge of that. Let's hear it.
He's had the same suit actor since the start of Kuuga.
Cool.
So from Kuuga, from his appearance in Decade to like all the crossovers, same suit actor.
Including Onodera version from Decade?
Yeah.
Oh,
neat.
So it's like nice to know Japan cares more about what suit actor does which role than actually getting the actors back.
Well,
But
Joe
why didn't-
Odagiri is a certain case.
Why didn't he come back?
So Joe Odagiri, who played Godai, says that doing Kuuga was interesting and it was fun. However, that's the end of it. He feels like there's no need to come back because it's like,
Yeah, he didn't even come back for the final
I was
episode.
gonna say, how can you argue that when the fucking actual final fight didn't get made or air or whatever?
show me actual proof of this documented final
We
fight.
saw it.
No, it's not that they didn't. Not that we think that they secretly filmed it. It's just that they didn't film it, and they didn't show it to us.
Wasn't it a case of it didn't air because of something bad happening and they just they just chose not to air
Yeah, that and we're talking here about the intro to Number Zero when he actually showed up, but the actual final fight against him did actually air.
Who did it?
That was the last episode. It's the one where the two of them were literally pointing their hands at each other and setting each other on fire.
I do remember seeing like Ultimate Kuuga fighting.
Well,
Yeah,
it was
Ultimate.
in the
It was literally Ultimate
montage
Kuuga.
sequence.
No, Ultimate Kuuga only happened in the final episode, and he only ever did it the one time to fight in Dagda Zeba.
Yeah.
And they fought on top of a snowy mountain.
Yes, I remember that.
Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite rider fights ever.
Is it literally just? That is a really brutal, fucking cool fight.
Yep.
Because they just punch each
They
other.
legit broke each other's powers over the course of that fight and just ended up duking it out in human form.
Kuuga has a lot of really interesting fights. I feel like that's one of the main appeals of it.
It also has 3 clip episodes.
Jesus.
Yeah.
One of them being episode 46.5, which takes place on New Year's.
Plus, there's one episode where they have real ass McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was episode 25.
You mean WickDonald's?
No,
actual McDonald's.
They sit.
You mean McDowell's?
No. Godai walks in. He's like, "Oh, can I have a burger?" It's like, "Sure." Just pulls out an actual McDonald's bag. I'm like, "Oh my goodness, man!"
Oh, and there's a French guy.
Yeah.
Who speaks English?
One of Sakurako's lab assistants is this French guy named Jean.
Like, holy shit! Are there so many damn side characters in Kuuga? Nowadays,
There's
Kamen
an
Rider's filled
entire
with-
fucking police force that you know half of them by name.
Yeah, that is the craziest thing about Kuuga, everyone. So many damn side characters. Because, remember, Kuuga is the only Heisei series where he is the only rider.
Yeah.
I feel like the extra side characters was done in exchange for the Grongi being inaccessible for someone who doesn't have them subbed.
The villains don't have a lot of personality because you don't know what they're saying.
Well, they
at any
leave them
given time.
mysterious, and I kind of like that.
It's a cool concept, but as far as
We gotta fill
storytelling
30
goes,
minutes.
But there are literally 5 to 6 minute segments of like 5 of them standing around with a fucking abacus.
Yeah.
Talking about stuff, and I was like, I look at what are they talking about? It's like, oh, it's a game.
Yeah. Eventually, you kind of figure.
How
it out.
many humans can you fuck up?
Yep.
The answer is a lot.
Yes, they're doing the abacus and hand each other the abacus, and then every time one of them kills one, click.
I get a point.
Oh, they're counting.
Yeah, so apologies if you didn't want spoilers, but yeah, that's what the Grongi are doing. They're basically competing for high score kill counts.
Which that's
I've been talking about how fucking Comrade Kuuga dies in the final episode.
Yeah, but that didn't spoil that they were playing a game.
Yeah.
He doesn't though.
Well, it's if you put all the pieces together, could be seen that Godai does die.
Wait a minute. Whoa. So they think he died. They don't know where he is. Kamen Rider Agito starts out with a guy fucking washing up on a beach. He doesn't know who he is, but he's secretly a Kamen Rider. It goes to my theory, and a lot of people's theory, that Agito was written as a sequel series, meaning the fact that you've got cops that have magically developed this monster fight. But I think like at the last minute they're like, no,
because the actor didn't want to come back for another season.
So Shoichi was supposed to be Godai.
Probably.
I like that idea.
Oh shit! Yeah, but that would have been bad because like all the side characters that you know and love are replaced with.
Can I put a headcanon? So maybe like the force of Kuuga, who was damaged in the fight, like the spirit in the belt that chose to go, his host had died, so he found another host in Agito. But but he was damaged, so he metamorphosis.
Well, you have to keep in mind that Agito's plot was about everyone receiving the gift of God, the seed of Agito, so it's not like Agito's powers came from Kuuga.
Hey man, if you bend it sideways, you can figure anything out.
Yeah, and remember
It does definitely feel like the beginning of Agito was made initially to be Kuuga season 2.
Oh my god!
I mean,
so
they even carry on.
Picture this. There is no proof that they fought that final fight. What if it literally was like, okay, Kuuga's dead, and you didn't see the final fight, and then he wakes up, he doesn't have a thing, and then later in the season he tells you what happened in that fight and how it led to him being reborn as Agito.
That would have been
like
cool.
a legend.
Yeah, so maybe that's what they
Yeah.
were thinking when they didn't show the final fight and they killed it off. It's a cliffhanger.
Well,
Maybe that could have been just.
You didn't see any of the after credit stuff in the last episode of Kuuga, did you?
No, what after
There's actively a scene of Sakurako saying she literally just spoke to him on the phone. After he beat Endagaba Zeba, he literally just said, "Well, Grongi, you're all gone. I'm going off on a journey again. Later, bitches." And it's late, and literally he just went traveling again.
Away!
For like the last handful of episodes, there's just this whole thing about how he hasn't gone off on a journey in a long while. He's stuck around in Tokyo for longer than he has ever stayed.
I must satisfy my adventure boner!
Well, the Grongi are all gone. Later, guys.
Just
Godai, away!
All the Grongi are gone. Thanks,
Yeah, right?
He's already gone. What the fuck?
He took the police bike!
How like Ichijo
That's
dragged
police
him to the
property.
hospital after the fight. He got better, and then immediately after getting discharged from the hospital, Godai just left.
It's also,
That seems on brand.
It is very on brand.
it's also just a weird thing to think that like Agito is considered the sequel to Kuuga in a sense of like, you know, the whole G3 thing.
Yeah. G3 is based on Kuuga.
Yeah, but
he is literally
like,
designed after
They
Kuuga.
explicitly say this.
But you never see Kuuga.
Well, they
of course,
tongue-in-cheek
because
it. They're like, "Oh, it's based on that other thing."
But
no, they literally just say it's based on unidentified life forms number 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was literally G3 was designed to fight Grongi.
Yep. But then
they finished it when there were no Grongi left.
Yeah.
But it's just weird.
But it's like, hey, we have it just in case they ever come back, and then the unknown started showing up, and the unknown started kicking its ass, and it was like, oh, we need to upgrade this thing.
But it's also just weird because in Zio, it's like, oh no, Agito's its own like own parallel universe. It's like,
which is bullshit.
And in Decade,
it's like, so wait, are you trying to say Agito like there's 2 versions of Kuuga out there?
At very least, in Decade, they kind of explained away. It's like, yeah, it's basically the same shit happened, but
I mean,
differently.
we can't exactly count Decade as the actual guide to canon because we established those are in fact alternate realities.
Those are not, and in fact, the actual universes.
Yeah, because like in Build and Zio,
Thank God.
Like
Right?
in Build and Zio, they show off like the different, like the whole crisis of Infinite Earth thing, where it's like each rider show has its own universe, and it's like so
They're all just kind of occasionally crossing with each other.
yeah. So it's
in
like
crossovers.
To which I really appreciated in Zio that Kabuto moment where Kagami is in the just stepping out of the shop, like, hold up. Just to say, this city really rebuilt itself fast.
Yeah.
Because CO takes place in the city where the meteor fucking struck in
Yeah.
Kabuto.
Oops.
So it's just like Kagami's just in there like, this city really rebuilt itself fast.
Yep.
This was not this far along the last time I checked.
Nah, it's only
And
been
I was
12
like, oh yeah.
Multiverse theories.
I was like,
weird.
oh okay, yeah.
It's only been 12 years. But anyways, if you haven't seen Kuuga, you should definitely watch some Kuuga.
You can watch it on Tokusatsu now.
Yeah, you can watch it legally. Now you don't have an excuse to not watch it.
Support the official release.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a physical release sometime in the near future.
If you watch Kuuga, you can like message me and be like, "Hey Savage, I watched Kuuga," and I'd be like, "That's really great. Let's talk about it. We can have a conversation, and we both feel like better people at the end."
Hooray.
Explain Kuuga to me, but also, if you want to talk about Kuuga Booty, I'm all for it.
Talk Kuuga to me.
Yes.
And just with Kuuga, I can definitely
Chow
see,
henshin me, baby.
like, I can definitely see why Kamen Rider was able to make a resurgence.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it was like, because the thing is, like, this was what people wanted. They wanted the slick production value. They wanted the older themes. Now, of course, it evolved into being something a little sillier at times, but it kind of got this idea that now, unlike Super Sentai, that pretty much has to fit into this same niche every season. It's every season a Kamen Rider, they're like, what's popular now? Video games for the popular. Let's do a video game season, and let's like make it like really silly. Or let's do a serious one about war.
Yeah.
Let's do one about a guy getting killed on his birthday by rampaging llamas.
You know, the llama incident.
Yeah.
So what are we at GKing next time?
Chikai Studio Sentai Castranger.
Oh.
Do I have internet? I should have. I don't have access to the list.
I think it's. You know what? Fuck
I
it.
remember what it is.
Actually,
What is it?
Would you like me to tell you what we're watching next week?
No,
Sure, go for it.
No, because I.
Oh, wait.
No,
The internet just came back.
I think it has to do with a talking dog.
no, you're wrong. That's in a few weeks.
It's Power Rangers Beast Morphers, episodes 2 and 3.
We eventually will get to that talking dog.
That doesn't narrow it down.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm just
oh wait,
looking
no
at,
shit.
I'm just
Next
looking at our
in 2
topic
weeks, we're
schedule, just like,
doing a full episode about a retrospective on Furbus.
Wait, we're not here for Beast
No,
Morphers?
You can't.
Anyways, next
Nobody
week is Beast Morphers episodes 2 and 3, so...
You know, the thing is, we could always just say what's coming, and then that would force Itchy to censor it. Let's try it right now.
No.
We're going to be watching. Yeah, so let's see you bleep that out.
Joke's on you, I'll just put abject silence.
Fuck! You're editing, you can put anything in. Like, you could literally
I
have.
can even put a boat!
Okay, next week we're going to be watching. Hey guys, can I get a drink? I see what you did there.
Alright, well, thank you everyone for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, doing all those fun things.
Rating your Shadow Legends.
Damn it. As always, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com. From there you can find all of our things. You know the spiel, I say it every week. I'm taking this week off from saying the spiel.
Man, Godai really makes me want to eat McDonald's. Unfortunately, McDonald's is all the way over there and in a thunderstorm. Luckily, I can get McDonald's thanks to Skip the Dishes.
We can pay some brave soul to weather the storm and deliver food to us. And if you use this code in our description, you can get some money off your first order, and we also get money.
Please feed us. We're skinny, emaciated people here. I talk as we are all rather round, except for Evan's actually pretty fit, and so is his wife. So,
I mean, I have a little bit of roundness to me.
yeah.
All right. Well,
You don't need to skip the dishes. We should,
Yeah.
or not skip the dish.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Gar hit me really hard.
I didn't hit you. It was the pole.
Anyways, thank you guys for listening and watching.
That has been extra. Now on to the roll call.
Wait. Things will be normal when Lane's back next week.
Yeah,
Who's Lane?
Gar, I think you hit him too hard.
Gar?
Who is Lane?
Who am I?